Can you just hold me?
I can do that.
Was able to get him bail, $1.5 million. How am I going to get that?
He's seeking me up for something I didn't do.
And the drama.
All right, Sistas fans. Now, I did a video on this several days ago, but it seems that, based on the new trailer for the season 5 B episodes left, it looks like Sabrina's going to be seeking comfort from Calvin, but then financial security from Bio in regards to, hey, I need to, emotionally heal myself after my experience in jail, but also I'm nervous because I don't know if Maurice is going to, turn into a Benedict Arnold and, go traitor on me and have me locked up for something I didn't do in direct consequence to his own actions by getting involved with Q. And Bio, I need some help getting, Maurice out of jail. Can you put up the bail money? Despite the fact that she's pretty much giving him the cold shoulder and, hey, I'll call you, but then tells Calvin as soon as he leaves from the apartment, I'm not going to call him. I think that more and more we're seeing Sabrina turn into an awful character. I don't hate Sabrina. I just know I didn't like her that much in the recent episode we had last week. And I've said, what was it in season 4 is when Andy got the penthouse, right? I think season 4 was Sabrina's least contributive episode. I don't even know if that's a word. It was the season where she gave the least in terms of the entire show. And if we're looking at all the main characters, she didn't really have much to do until the Bio thing. And that was later in the season. And even then, it wasn't like, Sabrina did anything. It was just Bio came along and gave her character something to do, because for a majority of the season, Sabrina just kind of felt there. I mean, heck, even in season 5, despite being gone for pretty much half of the season, it really didn't take away from the show itself. So I think that when it comes down to it, we're seeing Sabrina display some of the toxic traits that her other sisters do on a regular basis. Mainly Andy and a little bit of Karen, but I think more so Andy, because look at it this way. She's sleeping around with one guy, Gary, but then when she finds herself in a financial pinch, she, keeps the guy that she keeps at arm's length, or in this case, giving a cold shoulder to, Robin, who she's also sleeping with, to bail out a friend by lending her over $1 million, which is bull crap in itself. But I really do feel like Sabrina is, I don't want to say coming into her own, but at the same time, she is using others for her own gain. I mean, how much of Sabrina wanting to get Maurice out of jail is because she wants to get Maurice out of jail, or she wants to get him out so she won't be in a position where he says she was the one behind the bank robbery and then finds herself, behind enemy lines trying to fight her way out of the legal system. Because at this point, I mean, this is the second major time that Maurice has left her hanging. The first being when they went to check on Alonzo after Maurice knocked his ass out in the parking lot of the bank, and he pulled off, leaving her by herself. Which I know that was supposed to be a comedic thing, and this was way back in season 2, but to me, that was the moment I didn't like Maurice anymore. I'm like, I get it, it's comedic, but at the same time, what if Alonzo regained consciousness? Sabrina was all alone, no car, nothing. What if Alonzo, tried to get back at her because you beat his ass? What if she got, abused and whatnot? You don't know how far he would have went. And I think that when it boils down to it, you have Sabrina in another situation because of Maurice running his mouth. So now she's going to be using these men, which again, the men are simps in this show. They allow themselves to be used. But I do think it's pretty awful if Sabrina asks for a financial favor from a guy that she knows she can, tug at his heart just to get her own, situation in order. But I don't know. I think that as the show goes on, we're probably going to see worse of Sabrina. I mean, I could be wrong about this, but Based on behind the scenes stuff in season 6, Maurice and Sabrina are still going to be dealing with legal stuff on this case regarding Q. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I just hope things don't turn out the way I'm dreading them to turn out with Sabrina, but it looks like she's going to show her selfish side. So I don't know. Like I said, it really would have helped if we had behind the scenes of, or excuse me, a behind the scenes look during the early parts of season 5 of Sabrina in jail. Like, what was so bad about it? Look, I'm not saying jail. Even if I just had to sit alone in a room for 2 days, I wouldn't like it. I mean, I do that all the time at home, but in jail, you know, it's jail. No cellmate or anything. But we don't know. Did she have a cellmate? Was she pushed around? The most quote unquote traumatic part that we can think of is when she had to forcibly have her, you know, fake hair removed. And that was pretty much it. Like, I'm not trying to downgrade that, but not seeing her reaction to any of this is what downplays her entire experience as far as I'm concerned. I mean, being around those people in jail probably taught her that, hey, you got to do what you do in order to survive. So her manipulating and using Bio and Calvin to heal, like I said earlier, to heal emotionally and get herself financially secure, that would make sense if we saw her around those kind of people. But you could argue she's around those kind of people all the time for Sistas, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But could we see potential development with Sabrina, even if it turns her into an awful person? Possibly. So, like and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And I'll catch you in the next one.